What is up, you guys? Crazy March Kid here, and today we will be talking about this new Batman game leak that has been surfacing all over the internet. I'm sure you guys have probably heard it from multiple sources, but you haven't heard it from me. So I'm going to be talking about that in this video. So apparently, there was this new thing on. It was a Reddit post or a leak, and they were talking about this new Batman game, which I thought this Batman game was going to be the whole, Damian Wayne, Arkham Apocalypse game. I'm not sure if they're still doing that, but from what I've heard, it's going to be a new game called Batman Arkham Insurgency, and it takes place about 3 years after the events of Arkham Origins. So that's basically right in the beginning of Batman's career, how he's getting after he got started, So he's been Batman for at least a good 3 years. So after Arkham Origins. So apparently, guys, I don't know if we're gonna get the whole. I think they scrapped the whole Damian Wayne apocalyptic game. I think they're gonna scrap that, and then we're gonna go toward this, which this actually sounds a little bit more. It sounds a lot better, because from what I'm reading and from what I'm hearing and stuff, we already have the Shadow of Mordor. That trailer dropped, I believe, yesterday. So, or maybe it was, I don't know, because it said on March 8th, say the date. So, I think that is going to be, I actually have a 50-50% chance, I think there's a 50-50% chance that we're actually going to get a new, a Batman Arkham announcement. Whether it's this new Insurgency game or the Batman Damian Wayne game, whichever one. Because if they were going to make an announcement about the Shadow of Mordor, they wouldn't have done it yesterday. They wouldn't have dropped the trailer yesterday. I think they would have they would have made the announcement, and then they would have probably dropped the trailer. But I still have my hopes up whether this is real or not. I'm hoping this is real. But anyway, I'm going to read you some of these points about what the game is about. So, the game is called Batman Arkham Insurgency. Takes 3 years 3 years after the events of Arkham Origins. It's built on the same engine as Arkham Knight, and it has been developed since 2000. It's basically been in development since 2014. So, and it also says that the game will feature Batman and Dick Grayson as Robin. So you get to play as Batman and Dick Grayson. It says Grayson has been Robin for about 2 years at this point, and it says it's set in a previous unexplored coastal area of Gotham that is roughly about the same size as the 3 islands from Arkham Knight on the outside, although the interiors have been substantially expanded, so you will be able to get inside most of the buildings. The Batcave and Wayne Manor are also accessible via fast travel. Now, I'm going to stop right there. That right there is amazing, because that means this is basically going to be sort of kind of like an Arkham Knight feel to it, but a little bit more, it's going to be expanded, I feel. And all the buildings are explorable. You can go into, if there's a shopping mall, you can go into a shopping mall. I mean, I don't think every building's going to be accessible, but I think there's going to be a substantial amount of buildings that will be accessible. And this is what I wanted, the Batcave and Wayne Manor are also going to be accessible via fast travel. Now, basically, that means, if you guys remember in Arkham Origins, whenever, you had your Batwing, and you wanted to, go back to the Batcave, you'd go to, a point, and you'd, basically go, and it'll say, fast travel back to the Batcave, and you could go back to the Batcave. So that means you can fast travel back to Wayne Manor and the Batcave, and I'm pretty sure they're both going to be explorable. That right there is going to be epic and amazing. I'm so glad they brought that back, because that should be your base of operation, not another setup place or a side bunker inside the city. I want the main place where you get your gadgets and where you live. So that's going to be awesome. I hope those 2 areas are going to be explorable. They should be, since I said you have access to them. It says the plot has been that there is a mass breakout at Blackgate, Arkham Asylum, and several terrorist attacks. across the city, which results in the GCPD blocking off segments of Gotham, and they have completely lost control. This main playable area, it's where it's going to be like for all the villains and stuff. And it says it's going to be mostly populated with villains and criminals. There's going to be a whole heap of trapped civilians that Batman and Robin will have to rescue. Now, right there, because usually in the other Arkham games, they'd always evacuate the city. This one seems like they're gonna have some more. Hopefully, they'll have a little bit more civilians that are in the city that'll make it to make it feel a little bit more populated. So that way, it's just not you and like a whole bunch of riot of criminals throughout the city, you know? Because that's another thing that was lacking in the Arkham games. Like, every single time someone would, like, they'd have a bomb threat, or they'd, you know, threaten to, you know, destroy the city, toxic, you know, emerge the city in, fear gas, something like that. Oh, we gotta evacuate. Now, see, I wish they kept the city populated. Like, this seems like it's gonna be populated still, but, like, it'll be populated with civilians, criminals, and, you know, the criminals are going to take some civilians hostage and you have to rescue them and stuff. So that's a cool thing right there. And hopefully it's not going to be like one of those things where it's just like a mission to where, you know, oh, you rescue them and then they, like, evacuate and leave, you know, and they never come back. So hopefully they'll keep that populated with the civilians because, in the other ones, they've always been, you know, you've always had, like, criminals and stuff, which is fun, don't get me wrong, but it would be nice to see some civilians and, you know, some more, what am I trying to say, human interaction, you know, or whatever. But anyway, moving on, it says that the Batmobile is also in the game, and it has been changed, so there will be no more battle mode for you people who didn't like the whole tank battle mode area. I actually enjoyed playing as the Batmobile and in the tank thing. I mean, yeah, there was some ridiculous missions and stuff about it, but I didn't mind it so much. I loved all the chasing missions, and it seems like they're going to bring back the chasing missions because the controls and everything have been modified. Basically for mostly like chase combat sequences. That's what it's saying. So it's going to use the Batmobile's superior speed and maneuverability to navigate around slower opponents while you're bombing the heck out of them with the car's weaponry. So you have missiles, you have power winch, you have the EMP, and some new stuff. So that seems like it'll basically be the same thing as, you know, driving the Batmobile, but except without the battle mode. Basically, when we got the DLC for all the other for all the other cars, basically, like, there was like the main car that you got, the main Batmobile, was the one where you could actually only put it in battle mode, and the other ones you could just like launch missiles, and you'd have an EMP, and you could just like drive it around. Like, it wouldn't turn into a tank or nothing. So basically, we're gonna get the exact same thing, but, you know, kind of like that, if that makes any sense. Anyway, moving on, guys. They're also bringing back dual play, which, if you guys don't remember dual play, it's the one where you can, you know, you can switch from Batman to Robin whenever you're in the combat. And they say there's gonna be a skill tree. Now, if you guys don't remember the skill tree, this is where you get, like, hone your skills, like whenever you were, you know, like, you could upgrade Batman's armor, or upgrade his grappling hook, or upgrade, you know, how his suit durability, and his like the car, the Batmobile, the car. In this one, you can upgrade the dual play. So you can upgrade your partner's stuff, their status, you know, like their fighting skills, you know, hone that stuff up. So that's kind of cool. And it also says that the combat has been changed. Has been expanded to better accommodate one-on-one fights. It says it's still rhythm based, where you have to time all the buttons correctly and stuff, but it's going to be a bit more sort of complicated than the attack and counter bases of the previous game. So I'm not sure how I feel about that, but we'll just have to see if this game's in development, or if this game's actually. I have a 50-50% chance that this game is real. So And it says that the main villains, or the main antagonists, should I say, are going to be Owlman and the Court of Owls. So, and there's going to be more villains, like, there's going to be, like, the Joker, and, Max Zeus, Dollmaker, Killer Moth, Anarchy, Two-Face, Blockbuster, Ventriloquist, Tweedledee, Tweedledum, Dessen Al Ghul, Mad Monk, the Riddler, and some other people from Blackgate and Arkham. Some of these characters I've never even heard before, so, you know, I'm usually used to, like, the Penguin, Scarecrow, the Joker, Two-Face, Riddler. I'm used to those people. These people are completely new. Like, I have no clue who these... I mean, I've heard of these people, but I've never seen them in a Batman game. So that's going to be really interesting to see. So, anyway, and Alfred and Lucius Fox are going to be your main contacts. Basically, they're going to be your allies, you know, for, like, you know, backup for weapons and, you know, how to, if you need, oh, what am I trying to say here? Like, if you need, your... gadgets and stuff. So, it also says that Barbara Gordon helps you out in a few side missions, and has a slight crush on Dick Grayson, which he doesn't like basically pay any attention to. He's like, oh, you have a crush on me, that's nice. Yeah, but it's funny because in the Arkhamverse, isn't Barbara Gordon and Tim Drake, aren't they together? I believe they are, because in the last one, they were together. I think they got married. Like, I think Dick Grayson's gone on. He's doing his own thing, because he's Nightwing. And this one, Dick Grayson is Robin. So, I guess she has a little bit of crush on him, but he doesn't actually, you know, like, pay attention to that. So, I guess they're just going to leave that there. I don't know if they're going to have, like, a romantic thing, which is kind of weird, because... I don't know. I'm trying to think here, because... I was thinking back whenever I played the DLC for the Batgirl thing, and Barbara Gordon was still walking. That was Tim Drake, right? That Robin was Tim Drake. It could have been, I don't know. Guys, leave it in the comments below if that was Dick Grayson or if that was Tim Drake. I'm confused. This whole Batman timeline's kind of got me messed up a little bit. So. And there will be some pretty good boss battles this time, is what they're saying. There'll be some epic, awesome boss battles, kind of like how they were in Arkham Origins. Arkham Origins had some pretty good boss battles, like they did. Like, they weren't lacking on their boss battles. So did Arkham City. Arkham City had some pretty good boss battles, at least that's what I think. So, but anyway, guys, that's all of the information that I got off this article, basically. And, yeah, so, but just take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt, guys. I'm not sure if this is actually going to be, if this game is in development, or if it actually exists, because other people have been covering it, and they said that it's on a Reddit post, and people were like, oh, it's real, oh, it's not real, oh, it's real, oh, it's not real, you know, so, I don't know if it's real or not, but I'm hoping that it is real, and if it's not real, they should make it a thing. They should make this real. Like, they should take the opportunity to read this and be like, you know what, that right there sounds like something that would make a lot of people happy, especially if you can, you know, make it a bigger, better world for Batman and his allies to go through. You know, I mean, like, it's basically going to be like it sounds like an awesome Batman and Robin game. That's basically what it sounds like. So, anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If this is true, and if that announcement comes out on March the 8th, and this is what it is, I will be super happy, and I will probably lose my mind. So, anyway, yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe, I can't talk today. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. If you guys did not like this video, hit the dislike button, share, subscribe. As always, guys, Crazy March Kid here. I bid you a very good day.